Welcome to Lydden Circuit in Kent for a round of the Easy Track Production BMW Cup Series, and the race is taking place in groups here because of the size of the entry. Race 1 comprising groups C and D, and the green discs are on the windscreens of Class C, red discs on the windscreens of Class D. Not that you'll be able to see them from your pictures here, but simply the drivers with green discs are only racing against those with red ones, not with green discs, and that determines the final position, which determines whether or not you qualify for the final. Red lights are on then, and out they go, and the sprint towards Pilgrims for the first time begins in race number 1 of our 6-race programme here from Lydden. Pretty good start from Tim Wilson, but just down the inside of him there was Liam Crilly to take over the advantage. Around Chessons they go. Big sort out on the opening lap. So Liam Crilly from Tim Wilson. And then that's Tony Smith in third, Wayne Howlett fourth. Andrew Partridge trying the inside line to go into the elbow. Still the battle is going on even down the field there. 76, Stuart Chubb. Up at North Bend Hairpin, Liam Crilly from Tim Wilson and Tony Smith. Wayne Howlett and Andrew Partridge, then it looks like Peter Longworth picking up the top half a dozen. Liam Crilly then at paddock, just over the curbing there. A lot of Lydden experience under his belt. Well, Andrew Partridge right off the circuit. Back on in again and didn't lose a place. You often do when you do that. So Liam Crilly, Tim Wilson, Tony Smith. Wayne Howlett, 4th position for him at the moment. Just looking down the inside of Tony Smith there, then it's Andrew Partridge, Peter Longworth, Graham Collison. Can't reel off the names fast enough as they drift through the left-hander. 26 there, the machine of Richard Thomas. And the top quintet have broken away from the rest of the chasing pack. A challenge on here from Wayne Howlett has moved up to third. He's trying to get second away from Tim Wilson. Doesn't quite do it there. Andrew Partridge through, then Peter Longworth. It'll be Andrew Cotterill next up, 77. It's fatal to try and identify machines from the rear when you can't read the numbers. Oh, Liam Crilly very wide on the exit there of Chessons. Obviously the game plan is to try and pull away. Now he's got to the front. It just gave it a little bit too much. A couple of wheels on the dirt coming out of there. That would have slowed his momentum a little bit. We're looking there at Andrew Partridge in car number 1. Check back. 78, Kevin Welsh goes through. His son Robin due to drive in the next race up on our programme. Liam Crilly still with the advantage from Wayne Howlett, has moved up to 2nd place now, we see. So obviously the man making the best progress in this one is Wayne Howlett. Staying with the downfield action at the moment though, and Stuart Chubb in the 76 car. Oh, he gave it a little bit too much there, and Richard Thomas didn't give him any assistance at all in that spin. He was close, but he wasn't touching him. Look at the replay. And you could be forgiven for thinking that he got a nudge in the back of the boot there, but I don't think there was any contact at all. I think he did it entirely of his own volition. Well, he'll turn the car around, Stuart Chubb, and join the action again. Get back in it. A lot of ground to be made up. Meanwhile, at the front, the action is pretty hot with Liam Crilly fending off the challenge from Wayne Howlett. Wayne Howlett beginning to ask some serious questions now of the race leader. Up towards North Bend Hairpin. Just sticking the nose down the inside around there, but the door closed by Liam Crilly and forcing Wayne Howlett to just put a couple of wheels on the inside curbing. Down towards Paddock Bend. Liam Crilly using his vast Lydden experience to good effect here. Tim Wilson third, still Tony Smith fourth. There's Andrew Cotterill, the 77 machine. And that is Simon Basford behind him, I think. Well, Wayne Howlett's got to the front. He's got ahead of Liam Crilly. So it's all change. Wayne Howlett has had to move through. He's done it in fine style in this 15 minutes duration race, as indeed they all are in our programme. 25 there, Simon Basford. That's Olive Jones behind him, we spotted. Meantime, Wayne Howlett just beginning to edge clear now. He's got into the front. Liam Crilly, though, knocked out of touch. Tim Wilson behind him, and then Tony Smith. That's Peter Longworth, 47. He's in 6th position. Right at the back, Robin Oliver, Robin with a Y that is, denoting the lady driver. Into the left-hander there. Peter Longworth, 6th place. 7th, Andrew Cotterill. Behind him, Simon Basford. Then Nigel Olive Jones in the red machine. Looking at Andrew Cotterill at the moment at the left-hander. And Collison heading this little group here. Behind him it's the 90 machine of Alex Ben, and behind him that's Adrian Eddy. So Graham Collison through paddock, chased hard. Oh, and it was Kevin Welsh that got it a bit sideways there onto the dirt. No change at the front so far. These 4 drivers have settled down into a semblance of race order. Tony Smith still pressing on hard, and Andrew Partridge behind him. And Collison under pressure now. John Jacklin in the 20 car. Liam Crilly, 2nd position, holding at Paddock Bend. Tim Wilson still sticking with him. Partridge through there at paddock. Peter Longworth just drifts through the frame. It's Andrew Cotterill, 77. Simon Basford and Nigel Olive Jones. Then Graham Collison. Then it's Adrian Eddy. And a change there because 90 has gone up ahead of 62. Well, 90 Alex Ben gets the better of Richard Cormode. Well, Richard, we know, used to be a regular down here at Lydden, so he's got circuit knowledge, but it didn't work in his favour on that occasion. So we're looking at Alex Ben on the 90 at the left-hander at Devil's Elbow. Now picking up 3rd place to Tim Wilson at paddock. Tony Smith just edging a little closer to Tim Wilson now from that 4th place. Peter Longworth comes into paddock. Next up, Andrew Cotterill, then Simon Basford. Nigel Olive Jones beginning to apply some pressure to him. Back to Graham Collison, still challenged hard by Adrian Eddy. And 2 wheels on the dirt gave Adrian Eddy some hope of making an inside manoeuvre at Pilgrims there. At 76 we saw a spin earlier on, Stuart Chubb trying to progress further after that setback. Longworth in 6th enters the Devil's Elbow with a battling trio behind him. And we see there has been a change. Graham Collison was passed as a result of that, putting a wheel on the dirt. So Adrian Eddy moves up ahead of him. Looking at Tony Smith in 4th place now at paddock. And then Andrew Partridge. Nigel Olive Jones looking at Simon Basford there, trying to go through on the inside but not close enough. Oh, Simon Basford got it wrong there. They both had to take avoiding action to eliminate the possibilities of a collision between the 2 cars. 3rd place Tim Wilson is at paddock, at the elbow rather. Still no change. 2nd, 3rd and 4th still pretty close, but the gap being extended all the time by this man Wayne Howlett out at the front. Liam Crilly holding a good 2nd place as they come down the hill. Crilly, second position at Paddock Bend now. Tim Wilson and Tony Smith with chase then. Andrew Partridge, spectacular fashion again at Paddock from him, but that's not really the quickest way round there. Smooth line is the faster. And Simon Basford looking down the inside. It's Nigel Olive-Jones on the outside. And still Simon Basford hangs on. And Adrian Eddy ahead of Graham Collison. Across Liam Crilly in second, ahead of Tim Wilson in third, then Tony Smith fourth. Here's our race leader Wayne Howlett at North Bend. Descending Hairy Hill now. Into Paddock Bend. He's got the reward of clear tarmac, having forced his way to the front. Making very good use of it indeed as he extends his advantage from Liam Crilly, Tim Wilson and Tony Smith. There's the fifth place man, that's Andrew Partridge. Peter Longworth sixth. Olive-Jones has got up ahead of Simon Basford now. He's been threatening to do so for 2 or 3 laps. He's finally managed to achieve it. Oh, Simon Basford got it wrong there. Wanted to get his place back and just got the car out of shape there onto the hard part of the circuit, off the official part of the track, and then corrects one way then the other. But he rejoins the action a little bit further down the field. Leader Wayne Howlett out of North Bend, second place Liam Crilly. More comfortable margin now ahead of Tim Wilson, but Tim Wilson under some threat now from Tony Smith again. Hanging on in that third though, Tim Wilson. Peter Longworth. There's Nigel Olive-Jones. That is Adrian Eddy behind him. Then Graham Collison. Looking at John Jacklin. Simon Basford behind him. We saw him spin on the preceding lap. Wayne Howlett we saw just exiting the North Bend hairpin. Third and fourth cars we look at the moment. Liam Crilly in the red machine is second, the blue predominantly and yellow machine of Tim Wilson third, and this man 19, Tony Smith in fourth. Pretty much settled down in that fashion. Now they've had that initial sort out in the opening few laps. Andrew Partridge fifth. There's Peter Longworth in the blue machine in sixth. Now Graham Collison still under pressure here. Here he goes. So Wayne Howlett, race leader, into and out of Paddock Bend. Third place Tim Wilson rather there. Tony Smith giving chase to him, and just ahead of those two, Liam Crilly in the red machine. Now Peter Longworth coming under some pressure from Andrew Cotterill. Holding station at the moment in that sixth place, Peter Longworth. He's been there almost for the entire duration of the race. Graham Collison's lost another place there. Just trying to work out who that is that's got up in front of him. It's not that distinctive colour scheme on that car, so we better not hazard a guess. Now Wayne Howlett into the Paddock Bend section. He's got the length of Hairy Hill, that's his advantage. Liam Crilly went through. Tim Wilson third. Looking at him in the 63 car. Tony Smith still trying to get out of that fourth. Can't manage it so far. Peter Longworth with Andrew Cotterill behind him. And then Nigel Olive-Jones. And then it's Adrian Eddy. It's still Tony Smith in fourth in the 19 machine. Very battle-scarred, that car. Whether that's a legacy of a shunt in practice this morning or whether that's just carried over from the previous meeting, I'm not sure. We're looking at Nigel Olive-Jones in the red car. Gives chase to Peter Longworth. And then Andrew Cottrell and Adrian Eddy together. Looking at Andrew Cottrell now, around the left-hander at Devil's Elbow. Going back to John Jacklin. Wayne Howlett into the elbow. A useful advantage. There at Adrian Eddy at paddock. There's John Jacklin, same corner. Challenge coming on here now. Tony Smith is as close as he's ever been to Tim Wilson, but very hard to go around the outside. And in fact, he just turned in a little bit too soon. Just clipped the boot of Tim Wilson's car, and that's just set him back a little bit. And the last lap board is out, we notice, so just a mile to go. So it looks as though that's really just about settled the battle for third and fourth. Tim Wilson has got that advantage owing to the mistake made there by Tony Smith. So Wayne Howlett heading towards victory. Peter Longworth, well, his sixth position by no means secure, with Nigel Olive-Jones and Adrian Eddy behind him. Then Andrew Cottrell, I think, the next driver up. So sixth place for Peter Longworth as he heads across the line to begin his final mile. Wayne Howlett, meantime, is around North Bend Hairpin and about to descend Hairy Hill for the final time. Had to work to get to the front, but when he did so, pulled away in very decisive fashion indeed, and it's a well-earned and well-judged victory for Wayne Howlett in our opening race. Then Crilly goes through to take second. There's Tim Wilson to take third. Tony Smith gets fourth. Fifth there for Andrew Partridge. But this is the battle for sixth, and Peter Longworth has it at the moment from Nigel Olive-Jones, then Adrian Eddy, Andrew Cottrell. And behind Andrew Cottrell, Alex Benn. Alex Benn looking down the inside of Andrew Cottrell as they came down towards paddock. I think the order is going to remain as we saw it originally, and Peter Longworth is going to get sixth from Nigel Olive-Jones, Adrian Eddy, and Andrew Cottrell and Alex Benn. That's the top 10. 78 coming through, Kevin Welsh to finish 14th. So confirmation of the result, Wayne Howlett takes victory from Liam Crilly, Tim Wilson, Tony Smith, Andrew Partridge and Peter Longworth. Fastest lap went to Wayne Howlett, 50.91 seconds.